I'm actually tearing up. How long have I been playing this game? What chapter are we on? How long have I spent with this collection of bozos? These collective heads of knuckle? Hello and welcome to my YouTube channel. I am Espoir Duvit, and today I want to get back into playing some more Bewitching Sinners. So far, this game has been quite the journey. Okay, so it's been a while since I played. If I can remember correctly, there were some kids going missing in the village nearby, and we learned that there's some mysterious all-white glowing figure that's been luring the children away. And we also got a threat from the Witch of Change, who can shapeshift into different people, so now we gotta worry about doppelgangers. But at the very least, in the last episode, we had a nice little pool party. I assume things are going to go very much downhill from here. You woke up with a headache, but decided to ignore it for now. As you get dressed, the headache subsided, and you went about your day.
What are we supposed to be doing?
I hope they find a decent replacement for Mr. Williams soon. Oh yeah, and the headmaster got thrown in the drink. Entirely not our fault, but what we wanted to happen anyway. I can't believe the headmaster is gone. What will happen to the school now? Well, I tell you what's not gonna happen. My baby boy, Thane, is not going to be beheaded. Baby boy. Oh wait, if I hang out with him, that'll end the day. So you hold on, sweetie poo. We gotta look for more lore. Oh yeah, and Miss Hedwin, our, residential drug addict, is taking over for, in the headmaster's place. Because he's in the water. I've contacted the church. They've put me in charge now, at least until a suitable replacement can fulfill the role. Poor Master William, to think drowning will be his demise. Well, he's not drowned, he's just going to be in an endless dream of torture for the rest of his life. Do you think the headmaster is in Inferno or Elysium? I know he's a decent guy to us, but to the sirens, well... Yeah, that's pretty messed up, dude, especially since the sirens look like people. What's up, Arsham? Lay out your hands and close your eyes.
Huh?
It'll be worth it, trust me. You closed your eyes and felt something warm pulsing in your palms.
What is it?
A fire gem, one of the rare ingredients to find. Poppy gave it to me after I aced her pop quiz. It's useful for potions, but honestly, I just want you to have it to keep your fingers warm. That rune necrosis you had gave me quite a scare.
I'll cherish it. Thanks, Arsham.
And by that I mean I'll probably use it for a quest. Anytime. Now, what brings you here, Palmier? I don't want to hang out with anybody just yet. I want to see if I can get all the lore. You saw Lial and Pike chatting as you descended the stairs. Wait, you're leaving? You're not going to fish in our waters anymore? Church's orders. Some brat in a priest outfit told me to get going since I'm contaminating the crime scene or whatever that means. How dare they? So, sorry, kiddo, but I gotta bounce. Oh, that sucks. Aw, don't worry. You're always welcome to visit, kiddo. You know you'd make a real fine fisherman. Ever considered settling down in Leynar? I know a few sons and daughters that would be more than happy to bond with a fine young man like yourself. That means a lot coming from you, sir. However, I have my duties here. I would love to if the situation was different, though. No, Lial is coming with me when I leave this crazy magic world. Leynar has become quite a home for me. Has it? Well, I'm glad. I bet it was that bacon that enticed you. Our ham is the stuff of legends. Actually, it was you, sir. You and Margaret. I feel like you two are the parents I've never had.
Aww.
Huh. Well, I'm happy you think so. I'm sure if my boy was alive, then you two would get along. I think so. What was he like? Loud and bright. I swear that boy had a smile that was brighter than the sun. I never understood why a kid like that had to die so young. It's not fair. Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to bring up bad memories. No, it's alright. I'm actually glad someone asked. I don't remember much of Mikhail anymore. It might be just me getting old, but I'm afraid I might forget him someday. Not him as a whole, but his face, his smile, his laugh. You know, sometimes I wonder if I can bring him back. I've been tempted recently. There are rumors in the island about bringing back the dead. Bringing back the dead? Yes, I know it sounds absurd, but some people believe this is why a lot of children have been missing as of late. That they're being sacrificed. For what and by whom, well, I can only imagine. Didn't think that you would what? Oh, don't listen to an old man's ramblings. I'm just lost in thought. Anyway, kiddo, I best be going. Don't be a stranger, okay? Bye, Pike. Pike sailed back to Leynar as Liol solemnly waved goodbye. Aww. So, are you going to say something, or are you just going to stand there awkwardly and watch?
Oh, you knew I was here?
Just around the end. I didn't say anything because, well, I kind of want the company. I don't want to be alone right now.
Aww. Do you need a hug?
Oh, I would very much like that, please.
Come here, you big guy. You big puppy, you.
You held Leo close. He was gentle with his touch, like he was afraid that one wrong move could break you. His fingers shook, but his heartbeat was slow and steady. You rubbed up and down his back as he let out a deep sigh. Relief. I never held many people in my life. Yilf, my brother, was probably the only one. I needed this.
I'm glad I can help. I'm here if you want to talk, you know.
You know, you're not at all what I thought you'd be. I genuinely thought you were a cold-hearted witch hunter when we first met. But you're not. You're soft and kind. You're also very nosy, but I like that about you. It just shows you care. There haven't been many people like that in my life. You, Yilf, and Pike are the only people I've held now.
Oh, Pike hugged you?
After I caught a big catch, yes. He seemed proud, called me his son, but he did correct that. Not that I mind. He's the closest thing I have to a dad now, but I think he didn't want to dishonor his son like that, replacing one son with another. Anyway, I should get going now. I have homework to do. See you, Palmier.
Bye. Aww.
Alright, I've searched over the school for any clues and any lore. What's going on, my sweet Thane? Oh, hey, Palmier. Wanna hang? Yeah, wait, hold on, wait. Every time I go on a date with Thane, I mess it up, so let me make sure I have stuff for a sweet baby. Make some blood pops for my special guy. I don't know if I'll need it, but I'll make some living dead. I don't know. Okay, now that I have a nice gift from my little Thane here, let's hang out, buddy. Thane took you to the bookshop. A tower of books were stacked in his left hand. You were impressed, but also very confused on this man's sudden need to read. You studying up on something? We don't have an exam or something coming up, right? No, don't worry about it. These are just personal research stuff. Research? You took one book from Thane's tall stack. It had the title, Vampire Bonds, Kink or True Love. Is this about me and you, or is this about, like, the prince vampire guy? Thane snatched it away from you, just as you read the kink part aloud. Shh, no need to be so loud. This is private. You didn't somehow bond with someone under our noses, did you, Thane? Huh, you kidding? Half of the school is still terrified of me. Yeah. I ain't bonding with anyone from the campus anytime soon. That's for sure, dude. I mean, there's always me. Still, one day I'll need to. Your potion with Miss Poppy's blood helped, but I'm worried it's not a permanent fix. So, I'm keeping my options open. Soul bonding is a private affair. You know, the birds and the bees kind of talk you have with your folks. The awkward sex talk that makes you want to curl up and die? Yeah, I'm familiar with it. Well, yeah, I'm not. I had to learn most of this stuff through books. I know the basics, but not sure how it works in the long run. Soul bonds not only vary from species to species, but even between bonds, the strength and intricacies could differ. I heard some soul bonds between my kind could cause the participants to exchange memories and share visions, while some others could develop telepathic communication.
Oh. I can't do none of these. Can you?
Thane shrugged. He probably couldn't answer that, as he was unbonded.
Yet.
I don't know, but I hope one of these books can answer that. After Thane made his purchase, you both headed out to the streets and smelled the alluring scent of bacon.
Ooh. Man, that smells good. What's cooking?
Oh, that would be me.
Huh?
You looked at your right and noticed Thane's hands blistering, red splotches forming on his exposed wrists.
Ah! Thane, your hand!
Chill, it gets like this sometimes. Heat wave.
What do you mean, chill? You're literally cooking right now. Do you have a potion?
I think the grocery store has an umbrella. Palmier, I'm fine.
Eep!
Lay gasp! Lay eep! Lay girlish scream. Daisy! Can't you see I'm being put against a wall with my vampire boyfriend Thane? Thane pulled you both towards the shade. Within seconds, the blisters and burn marks around Thane's hands started to disappear. You could have done that a little less edgy, Thane. I mean, not that I'm complaining. See? All good. Thanks for worrying about me, though. You looked like you were gonna crap yourself for a second there.
Warn me next time, will ya? Also, how come you don't bring an umbrella 24/7 or something? Doesn't that hurt?
You get used to the pain. Besides, I've experienced worse things in Vortec. We're not gonna talk about that pose right now. I tell you, all the crap I've been through, I don't know how I went through it, man.
Alcohol and friendship, usually. That worked for me, except I had one-night stands instead of friends.
Yeah? How did that work out?
Not good. Not good.
I bet. Actually, you still have some pent-up frustrations in you?
Oh, definitely. Why?
Come on, I'll take you to my favorite spot.
Ooh. For some reason, Thane took you to the highest floor of the school church, facing right into the courtyard.
Have you ever tried a screaming rant chain?
A screaming rant chain?
Thane nodded, then leaned against the edge of the railing before inhaling sharply and screaming. Fluff potions! Thane's yells echoed all the way down, bouncing off each floor, the vibrations causing even the windows to tremble. Before you could ask what the heck that was about, you soon heard a follow-up scream in a less masculine voice. Fluff my poor booty cheeks! I hate big boob bimbos! Fluff you, Jen, you maiden of the night! Fluffity fluff fluff to you too, David! Fluff clothes, let's get naked! No! Okay, that is pretty fun.
What the heck was that?
You think anyone has their crap together in this school? Nah, we all have issues. Issues we need to let out, loudly, through an echo chamber, in front of dozens of people. You should see the courtyard in exam season. Everyone just screams around here all day long. Another reason why Mr. Kepler insists on keeping the library a breakdown-free zone. Here's free game, though. Wanna try?
Fluff, yeah. If only Espoir would allow me to curse.
You took a deep breath, mustered up all the rage you felt in you. Then accidentally stubbed your toe on the railing, and instead of screaming out your anger, you screamed in pain. I'm guessing that wasn't what you wanted to do.
Ow, ow, ow. No, but it works, I guess.
Feel better?
A whole lot. Thanks for taking me here, Thane.
Having a nice scream session. Anytime. Aww. The both of you made the most out of your screaming session, and then went back to your rooms. You spent some time tossing and turning in your bed before finally getting some sleep. Alright, no dream shenanigans. You woke up with a headache, but decided to ignore it for now. I wonder if that means anything, that I keep waking up with a headache. Let's hang out with Thane some more. Now that I've got proper gifts for him, want some blood pops, Bookie. Blood pops? Ooh, I used to love this as a kid. Thanks a lot. Let's see, I think he doesn't like his hair touched. I don't think he likes touch. Leal likes touch, he does not. Jellyfish, dark curses, weird dreams, soulmates. Your mom. Soulmates? Dang it. Okay, does every option make him sad? Are you making fun of me for not having one? No, I want to be one. Yours.
Huh?
I mean, I know most vamps have a soulmate mark, but I'm not sure why I don't either. Mom used to say it's a blessing since I don't have to worry about the pull. You know, the whole, this blood smells so enticing that I would literally kill just to have a taste? You mean the thing that happened a few episodes ago? But still, it makes me wonder if there's something wrong with me, or if my intended is just like super young or not born yet. Or maybe from another world? I know that Prince Alexi is super paranoid about his soul mark though. I don't know if it's manifested yet, but if his bloodmate is mortal and they bond, then Alexi can't drink from anyone else. And then he'll die when his bonded does, since the longest a vamp can go without blood is only about 3 months. No immortal dictator wants that, so I've heard that he plans to go and hunt down his soulmate to prevent the chance of bonding. Which is the siren that we met in the last episode.
Why not just ignore their soulmate?
Easier said than done. Like I said, a soulmate's pull is irresistible. The blood sings to you, as if it's the most divine blood you'll ever taste. My mom said she barely resisted hers. Her soulmate was a mermaid, believe it or not, although my mom doesn't fear death. She felt it was unfair for the merman. For him to venture out in her strange and dangerous world, so she let the merman go and settled with my dad. Not that they didn't love each other. I think they were happy. At least I hope so. Crap. Crapola. I don't... Do I have to make like 1 billion blood pops? What can I touch? I don't think he likes me touching anywhere. Hand? Okay. Okay, he likes hand. Okay. Mediocre date. Gained 1 point with Thane. Alright, that's better than losing 2 points like I usually do. Now I'm just gonna check the diary to see what the clue is, if there is one. Let's see. The password hint was Solaris. I don't know, so I'm going to back out. Solaris, remember that. Let's go lay down.
Welcome.
Welcome.
Why, yes, I am crafting a bunch of blood pops just to give to him on our date. Hey, honey. Wait, no. Go back. Go back. No! I pressed the wrong button! Gift. You want a blood pop? You want another one? You want another one? Wonderful date. Gain 10 points to Gryffindor. I'm starting to forget what we're supposed to be doing. As you were just about to head into your room, you saw Leal sneaking out. You could hear him mumbling, "Don't be suspicious," repeatedly under his breath, almost like chanting. Don't be suspicious, don't be suspicious, don't be suspicious, don't be suspicious.
Don't be suspicious, don't be suspicious, don't be suspicious, don't be suspicious.
Don't be suspicious, don't be suspicious, don't be suspicious, don't be suspicious.
Somehow, he didn't notice your presence and bumped into you butt first. He whipped his head around and yelped. I was suspicious.
Where are you going, Leol? I swear I won't tell.
Pike sent me a text. He wanted me to come over. Said it was an emergency.
Emergency? Did he elaborate?
No, but maybe it has something to do with Margaret. She did text that she's feeling ill today. Maybe Pike needs help getting her to the hospital.
Why you? He has a literal island to help him with that. Palmier! Prim? Have you seen Fia? I can't find her anywhere.
Oh, my sister!
What? What do you mean you can't find her? I mean, we went to Leynar together to help Joanna, and she went back to the dorms early because she said she felt exhausted. I still had to help Joanna out, so we went to our separate ways, but it's almost midnight now. She hasn't come back.
Leol, get out of my way, my sister! Where did you last see her?
I mean, I saw her walking down from the hills. We were from Joanna's house.
Did she hurt herself trekking back down?
Oh, Cor, I hope not. Go tell the teachers, okay? Dietrich is probably awake. Leol, do you have any runes drawn?
No, but why?
Well, draw anything you can think of. We might need them later. Wait, where are you two going?
To Leynar. We have to find Margaret and Pike and my sister and the children. As soon as it entered your sight, you noticed that something was amiss with Leynar. All the lights were off, and there was this unnatural silence in the air. It was as if the whole island fell asleep. You and Leol ran faster as you feared for the worst. Oh, jeez. As you rushed to the docks, hundreds of limp bodies greeted you. You looked around to find a fisherman splaying on the pier, stiff and unmoving. You touched him gingerly. Fortunately, you could feel a pulse. He was still breathing, albeit shallowly, yet there was no sign of life in his eyes. What was wrong with him? Leol! You heard Pike's trembling voice as he waved at you from further up the island. You and Leol quickly went after him. Leol, help! Follow me! You tried your best to keep up with Pike, ignoring the dead-looking bodies around you. Now hold on a second, hold on, everybody hold their horses here. We still have a shapeshifter around here. Pike, what's going on? I don't know. Margaret and the kids, the whole island, everyone won't wake up. Calm down, Pike. What do you mean? I mean they all won't move a muscle. I don't know what happened. What's happening? Is it a witch? Did a witch do this? Oh, lords above. Where's Fia? Where's my sister?
Panicking isn't going to help with anything. You called Leol for a reason. Just tell us the emergency and let's get on with it.
Pike grunted heavily, nodding frantically. Right, Margaret. Something's wrong with Margaret. I saw her leading the kids here while holding a knife. A knife. And that's not all. There was your sister. I think I saw your sister with her too. Ah!
Fia?
You looked around, trying to spot your sister. The graveyard was nothing but a desolate place of despair. It was quiet, bleak, with no signs of life. But then you spotted a familiar patch of blonde hair, a sleeping beauty in an open casket.
Fia?
You dashed towards your sister's sleeping form, almost leaping. You clung onto the wooden panels, hands shaking. The sight brought back all those horrible memories you buried long ago. Ah, my sister!
Fia! No, not again. I can't. Not again.
Pike, what's going on? Where's Margaret? Pike took a step back, searching for something with tears in his eyes. A looming dark figure walked through the statues as someone was watching you. I did what you asked. Now fulfill your promise. Let me see my son again. What? Pike, What did you do? Steve!
He sold you for his son.
You saw Steve walk out from the shadows. A wide grin was etched on his face as he shifted from one form to another. Not Steve, but holy heck! Hold on a second here. My, aren't you a tall glass of milk, and I just love lactose. Shoot, that's gotta be the witch of a change, right? My goodness gracious. Maybe we can strike some sort of deal that involves smooches. No, my sister's in danger, the children are in danger, now is not the time to flirt. Before you stood the whitest man alive, hair and skin white as snow, with only his heterochromic eyes giving you a semblance of color and life. He stared down at you, who were still sobbing before Fia's unconscious body. Those eyes, what are you? You have my sister's eye, but how? Compensation. Your father gouged my eye out once upon a time. It's only fair that I took his daughter's as a replacement. I was hoping to take yours as well for a matching set. You're quite the gullible one, aren't you? You were so desperate for any kind of love, content with the bare minimum of affections. I was hoping to play with you some more. But unfortunately, this little island has gathered too much attention. What? No, my bonds with the villagers here were... Bonds? Oh, that's hilarious. Did you really think any of these humans care for you? That they'll accept you as their own? How naive can you be? You lie! Pike! Margaret! Oh, kiddo, you should stay in Leynar. I'm sure the lassies and lads will be more than happy to have you. Seth sing-songed his voice, an exact copy of Pike's. You could see Leol's heart break a little at that. He hesitated, not being able to sort when he was talking to the real Pike, or Seth. Every little kindness I gave you, every ounce of love you felt were all lies, all just to spice up this little scene of sweet betrayal. I don't believe you. Oh, really? Well then, perhaps you can change his mind, Pike. Forgive me. Pike! Did you stab my other baby boy? Pike stabbed Leol in the stomach, just as he was about to turn around. Leol limped as Pike stared at him blankly, void of guilt. Pike dropped the knife, walking slowly towards Seth like a puppet on a string.
Leol!
This little island is my personal dollhouse, you see. Everyone is under my command, puppets unaware of my hands tugging at their strings. Fun little toys to play with and break. As I please. Seth took the knife and twirled it around, a sleight of hand, then he plunged it deep into Pike's body. Pike! I had a lot of fun hiding out here, luring new dolls to the island, disposing of any boring ones. The children were particularly annoying, you know. I had to get rid of them one way or the other. Blood rituals were the most useful. That, or sending fresh blood bags to Vortek. They always appreciate a fresh meal. Ah! I won't let you get away with this. Cute. No! My goodness, the flexibility. But you see, you're not the one I want to play with, kiddo.
Leol!
Oh wait, did I do that? Did I do the thing and use my Final Fantasy summon? It's your daddy dearest right here.
Ivar!
You didn't notice when exactly Ivar burst from the flower he gave you, but either way, you were glad he was here. You scrambled towards him, as you hoped he would be able to rouse Fia out of slumber. You were cut off, however, as Seth strikes at you, Leol shielding you from the attack as he gets restrained by Seth's chains.
Oh no!
Leave the boy out of this!
Oh no! Leol!
Fia! Oh no! Don't control my sister to stab me!
No, Sister, run!
Did I karate chop the knife out of my sister's hand?
Run! I can't control my body.
Oh, Seth, oh. After I'm done incapacitating my sister, peacefully, I'm gonna give you such a bruise. Seth has her under a spell. Kill her. She's a lost cause. What did you just say, Ivar? Listen here. Listen here. You won't kill your sons for sexually assaulting you. I am not harming a hair upon my sister's head. No, Ivar. Don't let the kiddos distract you. Eyes on me, please. This is gonna end with Ivar getting killed, isn't it? Isn't it? Let's have some fun, shall we, old friend?
The island's quaking. They're literally ripping the island apart. It's not safe here. Halt! Firla? I can't move.
Ah, crap, I forgot she could do that. Fia wept as her arms glowed red. The fire rune emblazoned as she aimed her attack towards you.
No! Stop! Sister, move or knock me out, please! No! I won't hurt you. I don't want to hurt you either, so please, my body, listen to me. Fia!
Not wanting to harm you, Fia directed the flames towards herself. You leapt forward, grabbing her by the arm, and tried to cool her burns with your rune.
Cold!
But it was too strong.
The ice is freezing her whole.
I'm going to have to kiss my sister to break the spell.
No, stop! This is not what I want. No, sister, this is good. I can't harm you this way. But...
Do you want to build a snowman?
It's okay. All we have to do is wait until help shows up, right? Man, it's cold. You really put your all in that rune, didn't you, Crumbles? Fia! My sister! I have to try to melt this ice off. Please don't burn her whole. Fia!
The ice melted away, but Fia remained unconscious. Her heartbeat was getting slower and slower, and you could feel her fading away.
I need help. Ivar or Seth, any one of them. I need help.
I don't think either of them are in a position to help. You left Fia as you dashed towards the only people that could help her right now, the two gods. Listen, you two. You fancy boys with your chests all out. I need help, but I'm also really liking the view. Trees shattered, hills crumbled, the ground beneath you sheared apart as Seth and Ivar continued their onslaught. Their powers seemed to match each other equally. Whatever Ivar grew, Seth could wither away with a single touch. Likewise, whatever bones Seth broke, whichever body part he cut, Ivar was able to heal in an instant, his beauty as immaculate as ever.
No one's going to win like this. I need to tip the scale.
Why? Why are you... Poopy. Poopy! If only I would have prepared. This is like a pop quiz. I don't have Eo's Ice Rune? Okay. I don't have Loki's Frost? Didn't I make that? Well, I'm sure talking isn't going to do anything, so go in curse first? Don't I have something?
I don't have a lot of options right now. I just need to march in there and aim my shot.
This is gonna end badly, isn't it? As you ran towards the witches, you felt something pushing you back. The mere afterimage of their spells reverberated in the air, forming a layer of resistance. The land beneath you ripped apart. You barely dodged, falling into the cracks. Jeez. Neither witch was affected, though. They didn't seem to mind the fact that they had brought more destruction to their surroundings than to their respective opponent.
They're going to destroy the whole island. I need to find a way to turn the tide.
Throw a rock at him!
Crap, I can't even come close.
Oh yeah,
but maybe I don't have to.
Jeez. Getting tired already? But then again, I shouldn't expect much from a boy whose only talent lies on his looks and flowers. Hey. This is your end, Ivar.
Oh no!
Fluff! You throw a rock towards Seth's left eye. Yeah! Rock! Enough to dislodge the stolen eyeball. It dropped to the ground with a wet plop. The empty eye socket healed and closed as if nothing ever happened.
Whoops.
Oh, I'm not mad, pet. In fact, I'm sure I'll remember this moment once I've experimented on that beautiful body of yours.
Have to catch me first.
Like heck you will.
Ooh.
Ugh.
Ooh.
Oh yeah. Bloom. Flowers bloomed from Seth's skull, bursting into a wide variety of colors. The ring of fire around Seth dissipated, and Lial fell to the ground with a loud thud. Did we do it? Did we get him? A large yellow stone rose from Seth's remains. Ivar handed the gem over to you. You could see this one having an odd glow around it, with a weird sigil protecting the gem. I don't know if we should put that in Palmier.
Why is this one different?
I do not know. Perhaps he has tainted his heart somehow. You should put my heart inside Palmier first, just in case.
Oh.
Whatever he's done, I should be able to guard your other self from Seth's influence. As you pocketed the gem, you saw Lial making hesitant steps towards you. His back curled into himself, making him look small. He seemed to be stealing his nerve as he approached the two of you. Father? Hello, son. Just with that, Lial took a step back, ready to run. The sight seemed to have amused Ivar. He smiled softly at Lial, a sight you'd never quite seen before. Palmier, we have to go. Ivar, he'll kill us all. I see you still despise me, and shiver in disgust by the mere sight of me. Good. Good? What are you playing at?
So nice weather, huh? No, we need to get some stuff off the table.
Lial, I will convince you to hear Ivar out.
Just hear him out, Lial. It's not what you think.
No, it's not, but I don't want to share the burden of my knowledge either. I won't explain everything to you, but do know this. I'm proud of you. I'm proud of the man you came to be, and I only wanted to protect you. Or I thought I was. Perhaps I failed you on that front too, but for what it's worth, I'm sorry. You're apologizing to me? After seeing you kill all my brothers? After the way you treated me in my youth? After such disdain? No, I will never forgive you. I hate you. Oh, I bet he loves that.
Lial, if you would just listen to him for a second, then...
Ivar shook his head, giving you a warning glance. He didn't want his son to know. He didn't need to know. You held your tongue as Ivar twirled the dagger in his hand, so the blade faced him, while the handle was within Lial's reach.
Aww.
Then use that hate and end it here. Kill me, Lial. With my death, the reign of witches will be no more.
Wait, is that all of them? Is that all of them? Did we do it? Is it done?
Oh, nuts. What trick is this? No tricks, no lies. Just an old man who mistreated his children and is responsible for the most heinous of crimes. End me, Lial. With my death, all your brothers will be free. No longer will they live their lives in servitude. They can finally rest in peace. Liar! I know you! You're the most despicable witch I know. I don't trust your truths. There's always one hidden lie. Then do me a service and end me. No. Oh, what's this? Pity for your old man? Don't flatter yourself. I just don't want to give you the satisfaction. I see. then I'll live for centuries more, spreading my garden across these lands, starting with your school. I wonder what beautiful flower Palmier will turn into.
Ivar!
Ivar cocked his head theatrically. You could feel something wriggling in your mouth. Ah! A single pink peony bloomed under your tongue, blocking your airway. You coughed it out as more petals grew in your mouth.
Oh!
He's baiting him. I know he has to die, but he can at least have a peaceful one.
Don't do it, Leo.
You! I hate you!
Liel grabbed the dagger and started to stab Ivar's neck erratically until cracks started to form.
As trickles of red roses seeped out of his mouth, Ivar smiled, and Liel dropped the knife just to end Ivar with his own hands. As his hold tightened around Ivar's pretty neck, petals started to dance in the wind, until dozens of flowers bloomed where Ivar's limp body laid. You could hear a faint whisper of, "I love you," as Ivar's youngest son did the finishing blow. You heard a familiar cracking sound, just like in Io and Maisna's death. This time, however, there was no marble statue. Instead, dozens of flowers unfurled like a bouquet of celebration, covering what was once known as the Witch of Beauty.
Was that all of them? Did we do it?
Liel sobbed as a wave of relief and perhaps sadness washed over him. You knew why Ivar kept his secret, but still, it was hard to stomach as this burly young man sought out your comfort, pulling you into a tight hug. He wept as you rubbed circles into his back, wishing for a way to ease his pain.
Oh, it's so pretty.
I feel like I'm going to turn into a magical girl just from holding this. A pink heart diamond rose from Ivar's remains. You pocketed it while Liel wasn't looking, but someone else caught you in the act instead.
Hmm?
Oh yeah. Whew.
What was that? Fia!
Fia walked over to you, limping on one leg, her wounds closed by itself. You caught her before she fell, keeping her safe in your arms.
What was that gem just now? Is he dead? What's going on?
Yes, he's dead. As for the other questions, well, you had your mind back on Ivar, on how he kept everything in the dark, and how it only brought more sorrow to Liel.
Oh, are we gonna tell her the truth?
Liel, who wouldn't ever know the reason for all his suffering, all his pain. You couldn't help but compare that to what you were doing to Fia, and how much she deserved to know the truth. She deserved to know about her real sister.
Grumbles, did you forget how to talk again? What's wrong?
Right. About that, Fia, there's something you should know.
Oh. So, let me get this straight. My real sister had been in a coma for a month, and Quill had summoned you from another world to clean up his mess. Which includes murdering the 4 most dangerous witches in our land, you using runes that were incompatible with your body, and basically being fluffed over by Quill and the rest of the unholy trio's antics, all without pay? Quill, you're either the world's most charming manipulator, or you've found the most pathetic chump in all existence.
I'd say thank you, but I believe it's sadly the latter.
Hey, you two! I'm standing right here. Hey!
You told Fia everything. From your real identity to what happened to her sister, and just about everything that had occurred since your arrival and up to this point in time. All the while, Thane bandaged your wounds as Arsham dealt with Liel's. I was hoping for a little more sympathy, or at least a thank you.
Oh, believe me, a thank you is not enough for all the crap you've gone through. But I am grateful, you know. You could have given up any time. Quill's a lot weaker than he seems. I'm sure one kick in the balls is enough to force him to send you home.
Oh yeah, maybe I should have tried that. I don't want to be in Harry Potter land. Pow!
But you didn't. You stuck around, killed 4 gods in your way. Thank you. Also, shame to all of you a-holes for not getting me involved sooner.
Fia glared at all the boys aside from Lial. The unholy trio all hung their heads in shame, shuffling uncomfortably to avoid Fia's piercing gaze. To be fair, none of us knew this before the first witch incident, and I didn't want to tell you. You weren't the only one feeling betrayed.
I mean, I get why you didn't say anything. But Quill? I know we're catty to each other, but I do think of you as part of my family. Palmier thinks of you as a brother, and so do I. I'm only mean to you because I'm a possessive...
Lol.
I'm only mean to you because I'm a possessive floozy, and Palmier and I don't have the most healthy understanding of relationships. But I do care for you. I would have helped you deal with this, and be there for you. It must have been hard for you too, wasn't it? I bet you cried yourself to sleep every day just from the guilt alone.
Quill stared at Fia for a moment. Then his eyes went red and wet. Oh, love, I don't even have the words to explain how stressed I was. Aw. Quill leapt across the room, hugging Fia in his arms. Fia, unexpectedly, hugged him back. The amount of beauty sleep I lost because I was so afraid of losing Palmier. I mean, I couldn't even look at myself. I even rushed my makeup and started to have breakouts. Me, with my porcelain skin and perfect 5-step skincare routine.
There.
You know Palmier was the one who had to work the most to fix this situation, don't you? Shh, let the dude have his moment. It'll be worth it.
Ah, you poor thing.
Fia stroked Quill's back, ruffling his hair. Then, when Quill finally calmed down, just when a smile started to show on his face, Fia kicked him in the groin. Hard.
That's my sister. Like I give a crap, Quill.
Told you it'd be worth it. Okay, I may have deserved that, but be reasonable, Fia. The family jewels.
Oh, shut it. With your preferences, I'd have a better chance of knocking someone up than you do.
Not to interrupt, but don't you think we should continue this discussion after Palmier is awake? Finally, someone is talking some sense. Fia, although you are very much entitled to decimate our horrible friend Quill here, I do agree that it's time to awaken poor Palmier.
Right. I hope this works.
Fia stood up and walked towards your doppelganger's body. Both gems were in her possession. Fia carefully approached her sister's body, fixing her hair a bit, before placing the 2 final hearts on top of her chest. The room was filled with white haze as her body glowed brighter and brighter, blinding until you locked eyes with a familiar face. Yours, only more mischievous, more cunning, more dangerous. Oh no, I'm sexy! So, you finally defeated all of our kind. Our? Don't tell me, did Ivar or Seth really manage to possess her? Palmier? Aw, heck no! No, wait, Red, that could still be our Palmier.
Grumbles! Palmier? Please, you're joking, right? You have to be. You're not a witch. You're my sister.
Yes, your beautiful sister. I've always had a thing for blondes. It seems like I wouldn't have to change my namesake. That's Ivar. We have to kill them. Now.
No. Just kidding.
I'm gonna punch me in the face. Woman!
What?
Hey, little troublemaker.
Grumbles!
Palmier descended as Fia ran to her sister's arms. Tears of joy streamed down Fia's cheeks as Palmier held her close, brushing her sister's bangs with tender eyes. Don't scare us like that, me! Even though I probably would do the same thing. It's her! It's Palmier! Palmier, it's you! It's really you! Trolling and all. Both Thane and Quill followed suit, running to hug Palmier. For a second, Palmier flinched away from Quill's touch, probably remembering that she did practically get killed by the man. Yeah, Quill! However, the moment Quill started to cry, she let the pale man into her arms, patting his back as he sobbed on her chest. Just so we're clear, I'm still mad at you for killing me, you know. I know, but I don't care. You're alive. You're alive. All right, let it out, you big crybaby. Your eyes watered at the touching sight, but you noticed that one person was still missing. Palmier? Arsham. Sorry doesn't even cover what's owed to you. Arsham charged forward, embracing Palmier before she could get another word in. I'm so glad you're awake. Me too. Thank you. You're definitely going to make it up to me, though. I won't take this slight of yours lightly. I wouldn't bet on it, my lord. I'm actually tearing up. How long have I been playing this game? What chapter are we on? How long have I spent with this collection of bozos? These collective heads of knuckle? And with one big group hug, there you had it. Your happy ending. Or at least for one version of you anyway. You almost felt like you were intruding on the happy sight, like you'd done your mission, and now had to return to your own boring life. Except I promised that Leol was coming with me. But it wouldn't be so bad. Leol's coming with me. I pinky promised. He's coming with me. He's staying in this world with me. Darling, why the gloomy face? You know you're very much welcome to this little love fest of ours. Come here. Quill pulls you into the group. It felt weird, hugging yourself. Well, it's something that I need. Yet here you were, staring into a familiar shade of gray. Thank you, me. I never expected a stranger to come aid me. Are we strangers, though? I mean, you're me and I'm you. Granted, I'm not as much as a power-hungry maniac as you are, but... and I'm not a gullible goody-two-shoes as you are, but here we are. Thank you. Truly, I'm sure your sister would have been proud. I know I would be. You smiled at that. You'd accomplished your mission in this world. But it did beg the question, now what? We're celebrating, yo! So, we gonna celebrate or what? I mean, a whole island of innocent villagers is ripped apart, and from your story it sounds like all the friends they all made in Leynar was all a lie. But, you know, schadenfreude, one can always find joy in another's agonizing misery. I mean, Leol is staying here. He is gonna be my best friend, and I'm going to take care of him. I believe what Quill meant to say is no, because you, Fia, and Leol clearly need a long rest. But perhaps a rain check. Maybe it can coincide with our... Well, I hate to say it, but I suppose we can do it along with our farewell party for you, Palmier. Oh yeah. I mean, you could still stay. No offense, but as much as I like all of you, I still don't think this world is for me. Besides, didn't you say the world doesn't need two Palmiers, Quill? I suppose so. Still, I will miss you, darling. Isn't that sweet? If only I had something in my stomach right now, I would surely vomit all over your touching display. Oh, I'll get you something, sister. Just stay right here. I can feed myself, Fia. Oh. Palmier's legs start to tremble, as her muscles had atrophied for about a month now. Oh, yeah. Arsham caught her in the last second and threw her arm over his shoulder. You have been laying in bed for almost a whole month now. Your body needs to adjust. Baby steps, Palmier.
Yeah, don't worry. I can stick around and pretend to be you while you regain your strength. Are you always this kind? Stop it. It makes me feel like I have to be nice back. I mean, it would be a nice change. Besides, I've been acting this way all month. How I act here is exactly how I've been acting back at school. Crap, everyone thinks I'm a darn saint now, don't they? To put it lightly.
A pushover, really. A genuine and sincere knight in shining armor.
Core, I'm ruined. I'm sure you'll completely decimate your new generous reputation the minute you step on campus, Grumbles. In the meantime, though, shouldn't you be resting, Leal? Other Palmier?
Oh, right. I thought about checking back on Leynar just now, but I guess it's not a good idea, is it? Give it a day. The teachers have already called the church, and the residents seem to be getting the help they need.
Yeah, and I remember the villagers waking up after Seth's death. I mean, they're groggy and confused, but it's a start. Not sure about your friend Pike, though.
Oh, yeah. I'm sure he's fine, Leal. Rest for now. Both of you. Tomorrow, you both can set out what you need to do.
You mean, have Leal move in with me? I mean, I know I love Thane, but I want Leal to have a nice place to stay where he is loved.
And later on the weekend, we'll all have a big party to attend to. Well, as big and fancy as I can prepare in such a short time, but you know.
Hey, wait a minute.
In the last episode, wasn't there a side story about me getting engaged to Quill that was supposed to go somewhere? Did I miss a quest? Now go get some rest before I douse you both with a living dead potion.
Which I have. Okay. Night, everyone.
As you and Leal walked back to your dorm, your mind couldn't help but wander. Guess I don't need runes to guard myself from witches invading my dreams anymore, huh? Still put one on just in case. No more dreams of Kor, Io, or Ivar. No witches, no danger. Just a nice and quiet, dreamless sleep. Why do I have the urge to save? For once, you woke up feeling refreshed. No headaches. No pain. Really? No witches visiting you in your dreams. Just a good night's sleep. Quickly interrupted by the sheer panic and loud chatter from the students outside roaming in the hallway. Have you heard about what happened in Leynar?
I think a witch fight happened there. There were traces of both the Witch of Beauty and the Witch of Change.
I know, it's crazy. You think that's crazy. My dad works in the church. He said that they're thinking of disbanding all witch hunting schools.
Really? What? Why?
Apparently someone had actually eradicated all the pure-blood witches. Also, there were some issues with the ink and the lake. It's all confusing, really.
So, the age of witches is over?
I think so.
I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm happy, but what does that mean for us?
What indeed? Seems like the church was busy with cleanup duty. You wondered why no one had linked the witches' deaths to you, but you decided to count your blessings for now. You might as well make the most of your free time before saying your goodbyes. Maybe I should spend more time with the guys, get to really know them before taking my leave. As you headed to the bathroom to freshen up for the day, you saw a note taped to the door. Written in Leal's handwriting, you read the words, "Went to the docks, hoping to see Pike." Ah, Pike. I can't believe he still wants to do anything with him after being sold out like that. Maybe I should go to the docks and make sure he's okay. Either way, I guess I should enjoy the days around here while I can. Maybe see the aftermath of all this witch business. I woke up in the middle of the night to see Leynar ablaze. It was both so horrifying and beautiful. When I opened my window, there were rose petals flying in the wind.
Oh.
Do you think that the Witch of Beauty is...
You and Leal ran to the island, right? I saw you two sneaking out. Just so you know, I reported you to Dietrich. He'll get down to whatever you've been doing behind everyone's backs.
What's your name? Let me remember that for when the other Palmier gets here. I was looking forward to proposing to my girlfriend in Leynar, but now, I guess the angel statues will do. Leynar's all gone now. Margaret, Pike, they were sweet people. I hope we can keep in touch. I think I'm really dropping out. After the whole Leynar incident, I realized I'm not cut out for this whole witch hunt business.
Hey, Palmier, you know I saw you coming out of Leynar. Just what are you up to, huh?
Nothing. Absolutely nothing.
There's been an investigation against the church. Really? It seems they've been negligent of their duties and focusing too much on the ink shortage. I hope they disband the church altogether.
Think it's too late to move to Theode? The tragedy in Leynar really shows how unsafe it is here.
I think the Witch of Beauty was behind the Leynar incident.
Well, they were definitely a big part of it. I was just thinking about setting up a business in Leynar. Guess there's no point to that now. I know this sounds nuts, but I swear I saw a swarm of flowers flying by after the Leynar explosion. Wonder what that was. Thane says he's retiring from the club. Said he wanted to spend more time with his friends. Doesn't he spend like almost every second with you guys? What's going on?
Nothing.
Thane seems really happy lately. I wonder if something good happened.
Thane seems to be really upbeat lately. Even more so than usual. I'm happy that he got whatever was bothering him out of the way.
Pike? Cam? Oh, hey Palmier. Now that weird fisherman from Leynar is gone, I started to fish here again. Wanna join?
Okay, not Pike.
Oh, right, I don't have any bait.
Leo.
Hi, Palmier. How are your wounds?
Better. What about you?
Physically, I'm okay. Emotionally, well, do you have a moment?
Of course. What's the matter?
Or is that going to, lead me into a cutscene? Alright, hold on. Actually, go back. I'm gonna look everywhere, and then I'm gonna see what's wrong with the baby. Ignia really messed it up with Leynar. I hope the residents there will be relocated to Theode or Triumvirate at least. The fairy domains may be a bit much, but they're better than the vampire and werewolf states. Leynar, the ink shortage. Ignia's not going to survive this, man. The only good thing this semester is I just heard rumors that all the pureblood witches are currently missing in action.
Yeah, where could they have gone?
Things seem bad now, but I heard rumors of the pureblood witches missing. Maybe they all died in Leynar. I'm glad none of us got hurt from the whole Leynar event. Oh, hello, Palmier. Just the person I wanted to see. I want to show you something. Come now. Hold on. Let's look around more, dang it. Oh yeah, what does the lady have to say about this? You could have told me, you know. Huh? That you're not the real Palmier. My Palmier told me everything. Came here to check up on me in case I overdosed. I always thought we were close. I'm glad it's not one-sided. Oh, sorry, Miss Hedwin. It's all right in the grand scheme of things. I get why you and the others kept it a secret. Still, Palmier is a good kid. I'm grateful you've managed to save her. Thank you. But respectfully, please go back to where you came from and never return. Hey, I don't think this world is ready for two of you. Will do, Miss Hedwin. Will do. Hey, Mr. Dietrich. I heard you finally awakened Palmier. Good job. To think an outsider will be the one to set us free from the witch's reign. I'm only going to say this once, so you better savor it. Thank you.
Can I get a freebie from your shop?
Of course not. I'm grateful, but not that grateful. You still left me with a mountain of paperwork to settle, kid. Do you know how the amount of cleanup to be done in Leynar?
Fair enough.
Hey, I gave you an entire casino, buddy. By the way, I heard you are the one responsible for the destruction of Leynar.
Hey, not entirely.
And the destruction of all witches. Thank you. I don't know what will happen now to our school with the purebloods gone, but at least with this Vilkova and I can rest easy.
Finally admitting it, eh?
You've killed the immortals. A miracle, really. In comparison, a public relationship with Vilkova isn't such an impossible feat.
Aww.
Hi, Palmier. How are your wounds?
Better. How about you?
Physically, I'm okay. Emotionally, well, do you have a moment?
Of course, baby. Now I do.
So, you're not from this world, are you, Palmier?
No, and you're coming with me.
I still can't believe it, but then, again, it explains so much. Whenever you talked about your hometown, you meant the other world, didn't you?
Yes.
And the Fia in your world, she's gone?
Not necessarily. She's here, in my heart. As you said that, you gestured towards your chest, tapping it lightly. Lial stared at you warily.
Do you think Ivar still resides in the other Palmier? Now that she possesses his heart.
I think so, but he won't take control. That's the important part.
It's dangerous, though, to put so much trust in one person.
What, you don't trust me?
I trust you, but not the other you. But she seems nice enough. I just hope you made the right choice, Palmier.
Me too. Regardless, I did my best and reunited those two chaotic siblings again. That's enough to give me closure.
Speaking of closure, I talked to Pike and Margaret and the kids this morning. I went there and found the church evacuating the island. Apparently it's uninhabitable after the fight between Ivar and Seth. Too many cracks. The island is sinking now. Soon it will disappear.
Aw.
But I managed to bump into Pike and he cursed at me.
Oh.
He blamed me for everything. So did Margaret. The kids all cried as soon as they spotted me. They remember now. The witches. The tragedies on their island. Apparently, Seth tampered with their memories and behaviors. They didn't want me on their island. Didn't want their children with me. But Seth made them do it. It was out of their control.
Oh, Leo, I'm so sorry.
Don't be. I expected as much. An island where no one knew of witches was just too good to be true. They did find Steve, though. They found him in a ditch on top of a ritual circle. Perhaps Seth was about to make him into an actual puppet or an odd creature of sorts. He was bloodied and starved, but he'll live. He held out his hand to me and said to come visit him in the hospital. That makes things better. Means that there's hope.
Lial sighed deeply at that, his shoulders and back no longer rigid. There was a soft smile plastered on his face, a smile filled with longing, and most importantly, hope. You'll be fine, Lial. I know you will, because you're going to live with me.
Thank you, Palmier. For some reason, when you say it, I really believe that to be true.
You spent some time with Lial, walking all over the campus and enjoying the sights before heading back to your dorm. Oh, that really does end the day. You spent some time tossing and turning in your bed before finally getting some sleep. You woke up, feeling refreshed.
What? Oh, what, there's more? Oh, okay.
What?
You saw Arsham lining up the rest of the archery club members. They took their seats on the sidelines, somewhat in an uproar. What do you mean you're stepping down? Exactly that. Starting tomorrow, I am no longer your archery club captain. That role will instead be assumed by Jim.
Jim? He can't hit a target even if it was dangled and tied in front of his forehead.
Why him? Because he's honest. He doesn't juggle 5 girlfriends like you, Tyler. What? And he certainly doesn't call my mother a maiden of the night, like you, Carl. It's funny that you demean a profession when you seem to support the business itself quite well.
Oh! He's saying he spends a lot of time with the maidens of the night.
How did you... Oh, I have dirt on all of you. Every single one. And I keep it in this book. See this book here? It contains every single dirty secret you hide under your beds. And I do mean every single one. One arm shot out in the crowd. Yes, that includes your odd fetishes, Kaz. But some topics aren't fit for polite company. Moving on, some of you may wonder why I even have this book. Well, I used to think that it could protect me. To elevate my status, if you will. Since apparently my bloodline was more important than my personality, looks, or intelligence. For you to even show me the decency of treating me like any other human being. Yes, I am a halfling. Yes, I once strove to be above you all. For some of you do think of me as lesser being, either due to my mother or my heritage. Yes, I did curse Ajax's dad for leverage. Yes, I lied to many of you, putting on a mask that you all will know as Arsham Nephis. And because of those atrocities, I must resign. Arsham burnt the book in his hands. The sight of it swallowed in the bright red flame, along with the sudden confession, made quite the spectacle. I'm sorry.
Oh, he's such a good boy.
Back then, it was hard for me to imagine having an average life. I always thought I needed to be best of you all, to use you as I see fit, to prove to my stepfather that I'm worthy of the Nephis family name, no matter what means and at what cost. Recently, I realized that I didn't need any of that there's nothing wrong with me having a simple life, one that may not be interlaced with fortune or fame. But because of that, I now know that I'm not fit to be your captain, nor are the most of you, honestly. But Jim is. He's a good man, perhaps the only decent person among us. Thanks, Arsham. You're welcome, Jim. With this, I will also fully rescind my membership from the archery team, as I have some personal business I must attend to, someone I'd like to spare all my time for in the upcoming days.
At that moment, Arsham snuck a glance at you, the corner of his lips curling into a soft smile. Hold on a second. Hold. Really? Not Thane? Arsham? Not well, kind of Leal. Yeah, Leal has more points. Poor Quill. Why does Quill have so few points? Yeah, Leal has the biggest. He's got the biggest hearts of them all. Alright. I thought I messed up and was getting the Arsham ending. Not that that would be very bad. At that moment, Arsham snuck a glance at you, the corner of his lips curling into a soft smile. You realize that you were probably the friend he's talking about. Perhaps he wanted to spend more time with you, knowing that you'd be leaving in a few days. That's all. Thank you, everyone. Also, I mean it, Carl, Tyler, get your crap together. Playing with so many hearts, you'll end up all alone at this rate. Right, Captain. Yeah, sorry, Captain. I'm just Arsham now. Arsham walked away and kissed your hand as a greeting. Oh. Hello, my dear. Did you enjoy the show? Did you do all that for me? Yes and no. I do find myself no longer fit to be the captain, and I do want to free up time to help prepare Quill so you can... I can... Never mind. Come on, tell me. What are you up to? It's a surprise, dear. Best not to spoil the fun. Point is, I decided to take things easy for now. Focus on my studies. Getting an apprenticeship at a local farm, perhaps. You? A farmer? I did say I like plants. If not a farmer, then maybe a florist. There's nothing wrong with an average life, now that my parent has spared me from the weight of being heir. I feel like I can finally start to live my life, instead of checking one box to the next. Without the pressures of being Palmier's ideal man, nor upholding the Nephis name. I'm glad you're finally seeing the bright side of things. Speaking of which, I heard Mary created a new collection of teas. Would you like to come and enjoy some with me? My treat. Are you kidding? I'd love to. Oh.
Arsham bought you a whole set of tea blends, a souvenir for your trip home. You were not sure if you would have the heart to drink it, but appreciated the thought all the same.
Oh.
Buddy! Oh, hey, Palmier. Got a minute? I got something I want to say.
That you love me? Let's hang out with Thane.
You and Thane walked down to the pier. It was a calming sight. The waters were as calm as ever. Do you remember that night you caught me here? Gnawing on fishes, draining their blood like a madman? I still can't believe you wanted anything to do with me after that.
Hey, I'm here, aren't I? It'll take more than a few fangs and some blood to scare me.
I've noticed. You're incredible. You know that, Palmier? You defeated gods. Literal gods.
I mean, technically they ended themselves.
Still, you faced all pure-blood witches and lived to tell the tale. I only really faced Io, and even she was impressive. Did you know what she showed me in her dream? The first time we came to her lair, I mean.
No, but I can guess how tempting they were. She showed me a life with Fia in mine.
It was a life with my parents for me, both of them, and we weren't vampires either. We were human, normal, harmless humans, and it was my graduation day. My mom and dad never looked prouder. And they never will. It was hard to find a reason not to stay. I wanted to bask in that moment forever, but then I remembered you. You who bravely chased after me. You who sees me as a man and not a beast. Thank you for that. Seriously. I don't think I would be alive if it wasn't for you.
Of course, my little vampire baby.
And now that I have this second chance, I don't want to waste it. I think I'm heading back to Vortek after graduation. I want to try and cure my mom.
What? You're heading back? Are you sure that's the right move?
No, but it's my best bet. And don't look at me like that. We've awakened Palmier, and you defeated the pure-blood witches, the gods. If that's possible, then surely there's a chance, right? Even if it's a small one, well, it's a chance all the same.
Yeah, of course it is. I know you're going to cure her, Thane. Oh, and then Thane went on to be a master vampire scientist who cured the thing. I'm sure you will.
Yeah, man, I really am going to miss you, Palmier.
Me too, Thane. I'll miss you too. Sorry we had so many miserable dates together.
You watched the sunset with Thane before returning to your dorm. You went to the park with Thane, sneaking out like usual. This is my favorite spot to come sulk, you know.
Only to sulk?
Well, sulk and eat. The pigeons are really plump and fat here. Sometimes the folks around here let me kill one and suck its blood.
Oh, well, that's nice.
Anyway, I did get in trouble once, though. One pigeon I ate turned out to be some girl's pet. Luckily, she was young, so I just pointed out a different pigeon and she let it go. I did feel bad, though, so I sometimes come here and feed the guys.
As Thane said that, he brought out a bag of breadcrumbs. Aww.
He scattered it around, and the pigeons started to flock your way. Dozens of pigeons started to swarm beneath your feet. When the crumbs were all gone, they pecked at Thane, demanding more.
Hungry little fellas, aren't they?
Yep. Sometimes when I'm really bored, I just cover myself in breadcrumbs and lie on the ground. It's kind of fun.
Doesn't it hurt?
I mean, I heal pretty quickly, so it's no biggie. Of course, I'd be happier if it were cats rubbing themselves all around me, but cats are afraid of vamps. They think of us as predators, hence the innate fear.
I thought you had a cat.
I do. I love the little dude, but that doesn't mean he loves me back.
Oh, is that why the cat was going, ah, in the picture?
I always wanted a cat, though. They're forbidden in Vortek. If you see one, it's bound to be food. It's kind of sad. So when I got out of Vortek, I knew that having a cat was at the top of my bucket list. Too bad I can't bring Sir Claw-a-Lot to campus.
Oh, your white cat, right? Where is he, anyway?
Pet shelter. I paid to have him there during school terms, Sucked my wallet dry, but it's worth it. Sometimes I fly over there and visit him. I miss him.
Just as Thane rambled about his cat, a small orange tabby cat approached Thane and started sniffing his hands.
Aww. Aww, look at the little orange baby. Hi, buddy.
The cat seemed to like Thane as he started to lick his fingers affectionately and nuzzled his palm.
Do you see this, Palmier? Do you see this? A cat has never done this to me before. He's licking me. Oh, it feels awful. Your tongue, it's like sandpaper, but you're so cute, so I'll let you. Come here, baby.
No, drop my cat now.
Just as Thane started to lift the cat to his lap, you saw a woman in her 40s sprinting towards you. Her face was red with rage, and her knuckles were bone white. She was ready to blow up any second now.
Priscilla, get away from that filthy leech.
Don't you talk about my man like that! The woman snatched the orange tabby from Thane's arms, clutching it so hard that the cat started to claw and hiss in anger. Hey, you shouldn't be so rough with her like that.
What do you care? I bet you were trying to drain her, weren't you, leech? Leech? Why do we even let vampires in here? I need to call the police.
The police? Lady, I'm just here minding my own business. Stand up for Thane. Punch the woman. Tempting. Stand up for Thane.
Listen, lady, I don't know what your problem is, but we did nothing to your cat. Also, you really want to mess with us? We literally kill people for a living. You kill witches, not people. So, it takes the same runes, probably less effort.
You're crazy. The woman ran away before you could get another word in. Well, that's one way to deal with things. Not sure if threats were the best way to go about it.
Meh,
she's lucky I didn't punch her.
People like her won't listen to reason. Trust me, I've dealt with plenty of people like her back where I'm from. Anyway, let's not let her ruin the mood. Let's go to the shops and find some cat food.
Cat food?
What? You saw those birds flocking around you with some breadcrumbs. Don't you think the same principle applies to cats?
Oh, you're a genius.
Oh.
Not just one cat, but all the cats.
Oh.
You got some solid cat food and started to spread it around you. You were soon smothered with cats, lying on your stomach, nibbling on your ear, waving their butts at your face. They were everywhere. Thane looked absolutely thrilled.
Oh.
I'm in Elysium. You're all so fluffy and cute and chunky. Ah.
Easy now, you'll scare the cats away.
Right. Sorry, my bad, kitties. I wish we could do this all the time.
We can in my world. We have cat and dog cafes there.
Cat cafes?
Cafes where you can play with cats for an hour or two so long as you pay.
Oh, dude, you're so lucky. Man, I wish I could go to your world. No witches, cat cafes, no prejudice? It sounds perfect. No, but you might meet a group of people who are obsessed with vampires.
Oh, trust me, I'm embellishing things here. It still sucks, just in a different way.
Murder is less prominent, but social death now, that's the real issue. People be canceling others faster than you guys kill witches. Canceling?
I'll explain later.
Well, every world has its downsides. I'm guessing blood isn't easy to come by in your world, huh?
Oh, well, yeah, I guess there's that.
People aren't just selling vials of blood. Don't worry, I'm happy you're in Ignia. Besides, there's something I still have to do.
Oh? Care to share?
Not yet, but later maybe, once Palmier's awakened. Thane looked deep in thought as he started smushing his face into one of the cat's bellies. Its claws pulled out some of Thane's hair before Thane finally let the cat go.
I think that's the first time he didn't complain about his hair getting touched. He must really love cats.
Anyway, how many cats do you think we can sneak into the dorms before any of the teachers find out? As he asked, he started to smuggle cats into his jacket, one by one. It turns out that the answer to that question was 5. as he succeeded for a little while until the cats popped out and nearly clawed Dietrich's face off. Morning! Oof! You woke up to Thane's cheerful yell and the sound of poppers ringing in your ear. It was overly loud. Confetti blasted at your face full force. You spat glittery scraps out of your mouth. Guys, why did you have to aim from my mouth? What's going on? It's your farewell party, silly. You didn't think we would hold back, did you? Come now, Palmier. Surely you know better by now. We've prepared a whole party for you back in Quill's apartment. We would move the festivities elsewhere, but our Palmier is still too weak to go anywhere for now. Yep, doesn't mean we didn't go all out, though. We have cake, drinks, alcoholic and non-alcoholic, of course, ice cream, blood.
Just for the one vamp attending?
Exactly. And on top of that, you'll be getting the royal treatment today.
Royal treatment? Are you guys gonna give me a spa day? Tee-hee-hee-hee. Shirtless? Tee-hee-hee-hee.
Oh, Leon. Hi. Excuse me, Palmier.
Is he gonna carry me?
Leal swept you off your feet, lifting you up in his arms and carrying you princess style.
What's going on? Put me down!
Don't put me down! But you're our princess for the day. No matter how much you thrashed and whined, Leal and the boys carried you off towards the docks, ignorant of the students staring at you. They shielded you with umbrellas, which did not help make it look less suspicious. Deafening you with unlimited supplies of poppers, and cooled you off with exuberant fans.
Princess could still walk on her own. Are you going to carry me like this across campus? Put me down!
Do not put me down! All hail our savior Palmier, the brave and beautiful Palmier, the fearless and fabulous Palmier.
You guys,
you're gonna make me cry when this game is over. Was it embarrassing that you were carried off and cheered upon all across the campus? Yes. Would you have done it any other way? No. You both enjoyed and cringed from embarrassment, as the boys didn't let you off this weird and awkward royal ceremony. As you walked across the campus, onlookers started to gawk and point at you. What's going on? A parade? I think they're forming a cult and worshipping Palmier. I knew those four were a bit loco. Maybe you should put me down. You know everyone is staring, right? So? Let them stare, darling. Think of it as you blessing them with your magnificent beauty. Who cares what they think, Palmier? You defeated all of the witches. You should be worshipped, at least for a day. Yeah, you had plenty of simps before. Sit back and enjoy the moment, dude.
Leal?
I mean, they're not wrong, Palmier. So please stop squirming. Just relax and lean back into my arms.
Hee. Jeez. Man, this is so embarrassing. But I really am gonna miss these fools. I am gonna miss these fools. As soon as you entered the portal to Quill's apartment, you were greeted with a plethora of drink selections and a looming tower of seafood. Holy crap! You guys prepared all this for me? There's even geoducks. I always wanted to try geoducks.
What's a geoduck?
Trust me on this one. You don't want to know.
Oh wow, is that the mango lassie? My mom used to make these. How did you guys know? Of course I know. You're me after all. Oh, you're finally moving around, Palmier. Sorry, what was that? And now you understand why I call her Grumbles. Makes sense. I can't believe there's a version of me that's this cheerful and chatty. I'm almost offended that you didn't spot the difference sooner, Fia. You two look exactly alike. Sure, this one looked more filled out, but I thought you were healing.
No side effects since you got like a bunch of witch souls in ya?
I take it that grunting is a good thing then. I was afraid Ivar or Seth had set their claws on you.
Would you have preferred it? I can still see their memories, you know.
Oh?
Yes, you and Ivar were close, weren't you?
Maybe, but, well, it doesn't matter now, does it?
Hey, dude loses his mom, I give him a hug.
I suppose.
By the way, are you still the type to embrace the truth, now after all this has happened to you?
Oh, did you see that little chat with Ivar back in my first dream?
Oh yeah, I did say I want to embrace the truth.
I mean, yeah, I think so. Why do you ask?
No reason in particular. Is it because I didn't get the super secret ending that I'm probably missing? I feel like I'm missing something. Alright, you two. Enough chatting and more dining. I spent a fortune on this spread and I haven't heard enough compliments. I need to have my ego fed. Just shut up and eat, Quill. Thane fed him a bite of apple pie. That seemed to shut him up a bit as he started to savor the food in his mouth. At least before he started choking as Thane force-fed another bite. Thankfully, Arsham did a Heimlich on him before it got too bad. Breathe, Quill. Drink this. Bah, thanks, Mom. Honestly, you two.
Ridiculous fools, aren't they? Fools that saved your sorry behind. Exactly. Fools. I don't deserve their kindness. I can't believe they still accept me after all I've done. With Cor. With Timothy. I mean, I agree that you don't deserve their forgiveness or their loyalty. It's also unfair how you get to keep Fia's love or the power of gods in your hands. But you have it, so now it's your job not to squander it. Your other self nodded at that, smiling as she seemed lost in thought. I won't. I'll make it up to Cor, to the boys, to Fia, and to Madame Girla. Thank you again, Palmier. Truly. You don't know what you've done, truly. You spent the rest of the day eating your fill. Lobsters, calamaris, the finest steak you've ever had the pleasure of tasting. Everything was perfect, especially the company. Okay, everyone. All eyes on me, please. I have a belated toast to make. Quill repeatedly tapped his champagne flute, calling for your attention. About a month ago, I fluffed up big time and put my best friend in a coma. And then I summoned her other self, in the hope she would aid me in finding a cure. What I didn't expect was to meet the savior of Ignia and the kindest person I have ever met. Palmier, you're the most beautiful person I've ever laid eyes upon, both inside and out. I know I didn't make things easy for you here, yet you stayed true to your goal. To help Fia reunite with her sister, and to help her reweave the bond that you and your sister were not able to. Not only that, you freed us from the pureblood witch's terror, and for that, we thank you. Forever we are in your debt. The future of Ignia, whatever that may be, is all possible because of you. To Palmier! To Palmier! The others took a sip of their drink as you blushed from all the attention. Oh, you guys. You're not getting shy now, are you? If you were my sister, she would love nothing more than to have these people sing her praises. I'm not as much of a narcissist as she is, I'm afraid. No, thank Cor for that. I'll miss you, you know. You're a good sister. Maybe not mine, but still. Maybe we can still talk, despite the whole different world thing. I doubt it. There's not enough runing for that now. But in our dreams, maybe.
Oh yeah, the runing.
Maybe.
Do you ever have dreams of Fia, by the way? My Fia?
I don't know. I never was into the whole dream reading thing. But still, I think your sister was really lucky to have you as a sister, Palmier. Truly. Thank you.
Alright, are you ready to go, Palmier?
Yeah, I guess.
You looked at the window before you. No longer did it lead to the school. Now, you can see that it leads to your apartment. Your phone laid at the floor, with the screen still lit. You could vaguely see the time and date. It was still your birthday. Perhaps a mere hours from when your mother texted you.
Aww.
How is this possible? I suppose time works differently between our worlds. Hours in your world can be weeks and hours. Convenient, to say the least. You should go in while you can, though. I'm afraid there's not enough ink to hold this portal for long.
So, I guess this is goodbye, huh?
Leal, come on, I promised. I pinky promised. Oh, don't be so blue, Palmier. I'm sure I'll haunt you in your dreams. We'll find a way to find each other again. I promise. Yeah, dude. In the meantime, why don't you try finding our versions in your world? I'm sure it'll be a riot.
Ah.
Yes, please do, Palmier. In the meantime, we'll be here, missing you. Wait, don't say it like that. I just perfected my makeup. I can't cry with my eyeshadows looking this way. You didn't hesitate to pull everyone into a group hug, perhaps the last you could share together. Fia and Palmier joined in with tears in their eyes. You could barely contain the tears yourself. A part of you wanted to stay, but a bigger part of you knew that it wouldn't work. You're not built for this world. The violence, the skewed morals. No, you need to go home. Oh, look at this collection of knuckleheads. Thank you, everyone. I'll miss you. Goodbye. 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 Getting emotional. Getting all emotional. Oh, this always happens when I play long games. You waved as you savored each passing moment, memorized each face, hoping to see them again someday.
Can't believe I cried. Well then, I guess we should clean up, right, Palmier? Palmier?
What?
Why did your eyes turn...
What? 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 Wait, what? Oh no, what? 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 No! A bittersweet feeling churned in your stomach. A part of you was happy that you were finally home, yet another part of you couldn't help but feel lonely. I'm never gonna see those guys again, am I? As you laid on your apartment floor, holding back tears, your doorbell rang, disrupting your wandering thoughts. Mom? Mom! Wait, is that my mom? Coming! Hey, it's still my birthday. As you opened the door, you were greeted with a row of familiar faces. Wait, what? 4 of them, to be exact. Wait, what? What tomfoolery is this? Why, hello there, neighbor. Oh, aren't you a sight for sore eyes? Really, Quill? Rizzing up the neighbor already? Have you no shame? Do you remember what happened last time? Control yourself already.
Quill? Leal? Arsham?
Oh, have we met? How do you know my name? Wait, don't tell me. Are you like a tarot reader or something, mate? 'Cause I'm also into tarot reading, you know. Shh, no one wants to know about your tarot reading, Thane. I want to know about your tarot reading, Thane. Sorry about that. We just moved in next door and decided to come and introduce ourselves. Arsham, Thane, Quill, Leal, but you already knew that somehow.
Oh, you just happen to have those faces, you know, where your names match your face. Anyway, I'm Palmier.
Pleasure. Hope we're not bothering you or anything. We're just making our rounds and getting to know everyone.
Oh, no, it's cool. Really cool, actually. I know this might be a bit sudden, but would you guys attend a party with me? It's not a big party or anything. It's just my birthday, and my mom always hosts this little get-together at her place, and she always makes way too much food. But it's really good food. The best, really. And now I'm getting off topic, so, point is, it's my birthday, and I have a small party with free food. Do you want to come celebrate?
The boys were all looking at each other, perhaps too stunned at the absurdity of the situation to actually process the ramblings coming out of your mouth.
Oh man, they all think I'm weird, don't they?
Let me get this straight. You're asking us, a group of 4 strangers you don't know until just now, to come to your family home and celebrate your birthday?
Yes.
Honey, I don't know what miserable and desperate state of loneliness you have going on that forces you to do that. But whatever it is, I like it.
Thanks.
Oh, I like you. We're going to get along just fine. Please ignore my chatty friend. What he really means is, we appreciate the invite and would be more than happy to go. Should we drive or you?
What kind of car do you have?
A white minivan. And before you ask, no, it's not used for anything shady.
Have you thought that saying that makes you sound even shadier?
See? What did I tell you? White minivans are red flags, mate. Also, you all right with us heading over to your folks empty-handed? It's not a Barbie or anything, is it?
Did Thane have an Australian accent all this time and I didn't know? Then again, I don't think Australia exists in Magical Land. No, it's not a barbecue or anything, just a birthday party.
Happy birthday, by the way. Do you always celebrate it by taking home a company of men?
Sometimes. You winked at Quill's flirtations. Unlike the Quill from the other world, he didn't blush, but he did laugh. It was a loud and hearty one.
I really do like this one.
It's a shame I didn't spend more time with Quill. Why couldn't I spend more time with Quill? Where was he?
We're going to get along just fine, you and I.
Yeah, I think so too.
3 months later. Alright, who am I married to? All of them? Just kill the biscuit and yank that sword out of there. There's no way I'm getting the sword, mate. My stats are too low. You're the barbarian. I don't have the strength check for that. There's also the issue of getting to the sword. Unless I'm the only one who sees the word of undead here. Just use sneak, cast darkness, and you should be able to just walk past everyone. Wouldn't darkness blind us too, though?
You smiled as you heard your friends argue. You'd been playing D&D for a while now. You were happy to learn that Quill was still as much of a chaos gremlin as the other version of him. Arsham was still an uptight mother, and Thane was still a cheerful puppy of joy, now with a cute Australian accent. Oh, okay. Gotta touch up on my Australian accent, which I'm really bad at. Lial was also still the sweet cinnamon roll you knew and loved, although you were happy to discover that this one was much more confident than the Lial you left.
Oh, is that Lial gonna be okay? He's got no more friends.
How about I cast grease and just blow up the surrounding enemies?
Clever, but you might also damage the sword with that.
Isn't the sword an infernal? It's flame resistant.
It is? Is it? Maybe we should end it for today. It's 3 a.m. Holy crap, you're right.
Nothing good ever comes at 3 a.m. Let's head to bed, guys.
Alright, thanks again for having us over, Palmier. Yeah, seriously, we should just carve up a hole between our rooms, have one big unit. Aww. And get kicked out by the landlord? No thanks. Night, Palmier.
Night. You sighed happily as you crashed onto your couch. Nowadays, you spent a lot more time sleeping here than in your room, hoping that you would get a glimpse of a dream from your friends on the other side. I shouldn't miss them so much. Technically, they're right here, literally next door. Still, I wonder how you're doing over there. Thane, Quill, Arsham, Lial, and of course, Fia. I miss you guys. You dimmed the lights and closed your eyes, wishing to see a world you knew was out of your reach, probably forever. But then you did, only it was not quite as you remembered it, and then there was this uneasy feeling of something watching you. Oh, come on. Something ominous. Oh, come on! Where am I? Flowers as far as you could see filled your vision as you tried to make sense of your surroundings. The landscape felt familiar, yet different at the same time. Ooh! Oh, I'm really gonna turn her to a magical girl with this thing. It wasn't until you tread into the endless field of flowers and stepped on a familiar blue gem did you realize what you had been walking on. No. No, no, no! You close your eyes, but you could hear it, the crying, the begging for death. Oh, these are the living flowers. Oh. The wet sounds of blood seeping out from dewy petals.
Ah, heck!
Beautiful, isn't it? Palmier?
You saw your doppelganger, your other self, standing in the center of the twisted paradise. A smile tugged at the corners of her mouth as she plucked one flower and turned it into something different. I never asked you what your favorite flower was, did I? Santinas, chrysanthemums, lilies, although I believe poppies suit you best. As Palmier spoke, the flower in her hands shifted to match what she said. She ended with a pink poppy, which she tucked gently behind your ear.
Palmier.
Oh no.
Oh no, this ain't my friends, is it? Ah! Palmier, what did you do?
Come now, child, must you call me out in that false name? You remembered that patronizing tone, that condescending glare that seemed to ridicule all he had laid eyes upon. It's not Ivar, is it? Ivar? What the heck? What the actual heck? I thought you turned over a new leaf, pun intended. Hello, my friend. This Palmier might still have your form, but the golden eyes are unmistakable. How? And also why? And also, that better not be my friends there. The Rose of Hecate, the rune on my chest. Once you've placed my heart to your Palmier, it was all over. I was in control. It took a while for the rune to truly take root, to preserve my consciousness instead of Palmier, but it did its job eventually. And of course, I couldn't have done it without you, Palmier.
You lied to me.
You used me. What do you have to gain from this? I used you, but I didn't lie. I promised that I would ensure your friend's safety, granting them a peaceful life.
Did you turn my babies into flowers?
What better peace is there than acres and acres of harmless flowers and ensured immortality? I even took the liberty of numbing their pain receptors. Consider it my mercy.
Mercy? My babies!
You heard rustling sounds coming from behind you. Ivar twisted your head. You were forced to watch familiar figures rose up from the ground. My babies!
Quill, Arsham, Thane, come on, I was gearing up for this to be over and done.
Oh my gosh.
Fia! That voice. Sister, is that you? What?
I took the liberty of numbing your sister's senses the most. Don't worry. She feels nothing from those buds growing out of her eye sockets. In her mind, this is all just a silly little dream.
Why are you showing me this?
You said you wanted to know the truth, didn't you? No matter how horrible it might be. You sobbed. You couldn't seem to force yourself to move, to think. All these flowers, all these undead bodies.
This is all my fault. This is a nightmare.
No, child. This is your reward. My gratitude to you, the savior of all witches. This is a gift, the result of our friendship and your wise choices.
Stop! You're crazy! I don't want to hear any more. Wake up! Wake up!
No! Don't fondle me with my own hands! There's blood on the flowers! Oh, child, even when you wake up, it won't change the fate of these lands. But if it brings you peace of mind, try to think of it this way. One nightmare is just another's paradise. How dare! Ivar's happy ending. A witch's paradise. How dare! How dare? How dare? Dare how? How dare? I would say it backwards if I could. How dare